Okay, so for this fun part, you're gonna need somebody to help you because it's kind of hard to pour things into a smaller jar when you have a big, heavy, hot pan. But we do have to do this right away so that, because we don't want this to start cooling down in the pan. We want it to start cooling down in the jar. So get somebody to help you pour it, and pour it near a sink, please. And we're gonna pour this borax water solution. Wow, that was a big yawn, Darcy. Oh no, please don't stop. Don't start growling. All right, so we're gonna fill up our jar with the borax and water solution. And then, right away, we're gonna get our string. We're gonna get our string or our pipe cleaner or our yarn or whatever it is and our pencil, and we're gonna tie it to the center of the pencil so that it will hang from the top of the jar. Make sure it is really sturdy on there. Double knot it. And then we're gonna trim it so that we have a string hanging down to almost touching the bottom. We don't actually want it to touch the bottom. So measure it along the outside and then trim it. Now, the way I tied this string, I have 2 strings that are hanging, and I've never tried that. So I think I'm just gonna leave these 2 strings hanging and just see what happens. So I encourage you guys to play around. There's lots of different things you can do. Basically, whatever shape you're putting into the water, that's the shape that the crystals are gonna form on. So we're just going to let this hang in the jar and put it somewhere where it won't be bumped or thrown away or really just disturbed at all. So if you can put it on like a high shelf in a cabinet, that might be a safe place. It has to cool down for about a day without being messed with very much. And then what's gonna happen is as it cools down, all of that borax that we mixed and dissolved into this water, not now, Darcy, it's gonna start crystallizing into larger borax crystals, and that happens as it cools down, because as it heated up, we got more borax to dissolve in it, but as we cool it down, or as it cools down on its own, the opposite happens. So the borax is going to come out of the water and it's going to form crystals on our string.